Hi there, my name is Michelle Lyons, and I work with the Faux Health Department. And I'm going to be giving a presentation on fentanyl and fentanyl overdoses because we don't want to let fentanyl take your passion away. So, first, we're going to cover Williamson County, Tennessee. And before we begin the presentation, let's go over a little bit of background information about Williamson County, including some of the demographics. So within the county, there are 255,735 residents. Among those residents, almost 96% of them have a high school diploma, and almost 62% of them have a bachelor's degree. The median household income for Williamson County is $116,492, which is significantly higher than the national median household income, which is $70,784. And then the residents within Williamson County are made up of 88% are Caucasian, 5.4% are Asian, 5.2% are Hispanic or Latino, and then 4.4% are Black or African American. So to kind of sum up, Williamson County is a wealthy county and then mostly made up of Caucasian residents. So what makes it unique? So Williamson County is the wealthiest county within Tennessee. And then if you factor in the cost of living with the median household income, it is ranked the wealthiest county within the United States as well. The school district here in Williamson County also makes it very unique. The schools produce the top ACT scores in the country, the top state test scores, and the highest graduation rates. Several students are national merit finalists and state title winners. And the school district even has a history of fundraising over $7 million by the PTO group. That just goes to show that there are a wealthy amount of people within the county and that the school district is wealthy as well. And lastly, the most popular college major within the county is anesthetician and skincare professionals. This just goes to show that there is a need for that profession within the county. And that's probably because it is a wealthy county and there are a lot of people that have extra income that they can spend on that type of luxury. So what kind of audience are we going to focus on for our fentanyl overdoses and fentanyl education? So our primary audience is affluent male fentanyl users between the ages of 18 and 34 living in Williamson County. So what puts that audience at risk? What are some of the risk factors that increase their risk of fentanyl use and fentanyl overdose? So if they use alcohol or other substance, if they are a polysubstance abuser, so they're using more than one substance, it increases their risk. If they're within the age range of 18 to 25, they're at an even more increased risk. If they are an opioid user or have a history of using opioids, if they buy or use illicit drugs bought off the street, if they've ever experienced a medical event such as an injury or a surgery requiring opioid pain medication, that increases their risk for addiction. Peer and societal pressure, stress or trauma, and mental health disorders. Those are all kind of situations where they might want to escape and they turn to drugs to have that escape. So for those of you who don't know, let's review what fentanyl is. Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid. Traditionally, opioids are made from opium plants, but fentanyl is synthetic, so there are no opium plants needed. And the chemistry of fentanyl is relatively simple, which is why they're able to sell fentanyl for such a low price. And because the chemistry is so simple, it allows for derivatives to easily arise. And illegally manufactured fentanyl is being increasingly produced. The three most common different physical forms are powder, tablet, and gum/resin. So illegally manufactured fentanyl is not regulated by the FDA or anybody. So there is no way to actually measure how much fentanyl is in each pill. So for example, if you are using fentanyl and you take one pill, that pill might only have a trace amount of fentanyl in it. And so you might not feel that fentanyl high that you're looking for. So what you might do is turn and take a second pill to get that high. Well, that second pill that you're taking could have a lethal amount of fentanyl in it, leading to an overdose. And fentanyl is being increasingly produced to resemble other medication drugs, other prescription drugs, such as oxycodone, Xanax, stuff like that, that's easily or that's popular. So, why do people like fentanyl? What are the effects on the body? So, it gives you that high. There's like that fentanyl high, like other drugs. That's why people like to take it, and that increases the likelihood of addiction because you get that high. But there are several side effects that can prove deadly if it's not immediately addressed. Fentanyl is a central nervous system depressor, so it can cause pulmonary and respiratory issues, depressing your respirations. It can cause cardiovascular issues, digestive issues. You can get migraines, dizziness, vertigo, start having hallucinations, or even suicidal ideations. So, if you are a person that's using fentanyl, or you know someone that's using fentanyl, and they think that they may have used too much, what can be done? Well, there's this wonderful drug called Narcan. Narcan is an opioid antagonist medication used to rapidly reverse an opioid overdose. Did you know that Narcan is even used in hospitals to help reverse the anesthesia effects for patients that don't tolerate it well? Yeah, in the hospitals, they use it legally in an IV form, and it helps reverse anesthesia. Narcan out in the public is usually used in an injection form or a nasal device, which is pictured there on the slide. It was first approved by the FDA to be used by first responders in 2014 as an intramuscular auto injector, similar to a EpiPen. And then in November of 2015, the FDA approved the intranasal device, which can be used, and it even has a higher dose of Narcan, proving that it's more effective than the intramuscular device. And the wonderful thing about both of those devices is that if they don't require any medical training, they're very easy to use and can be used by anybody, and they are very easily accessible. And we will go over the accessibility of Narcan in just a bit. So why is this important? Why are we addressing this issue? Because fentanyl overdoses have infiltrated Williamson County. In 2020, there were 337 overdoses alone. And as you can see, according to the graph, the number of males overdosing from fentanyl is rising at a rapid rate compared to females. And they're also seeing an increase in overdoses in ages 18 to 34. It's happening, and now is the time to recognize it and address these concerns. So if you are a person that suffers with fentanyl addiction, or you have a loved one that is suffering with fentanyl, what can be done? What resources are available to them? Well, we offer lots of resources. Our on-site resources include online Narcan training, so you can learn how to use a Narcan device. And we even offer 100% free Narcan that's dispensed in vending machines throughout the county. We have some located at different spots throughout the county. You can go to our website to find out what the location of those vending machines are. We also offer fentanyl test strips, so you can be testing your medication that you're taking to make sure that there's no lethal amount of fentanyl in it. We offer weekly podcasts from community members on positive ways to stay clean and sober. And then we have destigmatizing addiction pamphlets to help reduce the stigma on opioid treatment and harm reduction. and then wallet-sized resource cards that has a lot of information on it as well. And we also offer confidential support groups. We have virtual Narcotics Anonymous meetings and virtual therapy. These services are also offered in person if you prefer. And then we have family counselors. You can make virtual appointments for you and your family to help rebuild broken bonds and relationships. They're also available for on-site appointments. We offer open access meetings that will help determine a good fit for a rehab program for you. And this is all offered at little to no cost for you. So in conclusion, we need to face the facts today. We want to build an opioid-free tomorrow with your help, and together we can do this. And then here are the references used for this presentation. Thank you all for taking the time to listen, and have a wonderful day.